On today's episode, we've got all the juicy details from the Jake Paul vs. Mike Perry showdown, the heavyweight clash between Derek Chisora and Joyce, and much more. Stick around, boxing fans, it's going to be a knockout. Welcome to BoxingBytes Weekly. I'm Knockout King and we've got a jam-packed episode for you today. Let's get right into the action. This Saturday, live at the O2 Arena, we have a heavyweight clash between Derek War Chisora and Joe Juggernaut Joyce. Joyce is coming off a very laboured win over Kash Ali, and before that, he suffered two heavy knockout losses to Jile Zhang, known for his granite chin and thicker than average skull. Yes, scientifically proven. Joyce has always been a fighter who didn't move his head much. However, recent knockouts have raised serious questions about his resilience. Can he withstand a potential Derek Chisora overhand right, the same punch that famously knocked out Carlos Takam? Derek Chisora, the seasoned veteran, is coming off a decision victory over Gerald Washington. Chisora seems like he's gone on 5 fights too many, yet he consistently manages to deliver decent performances. Adding to the drama, Chisora was involved in an altercation with a delivery driver last week, headbutting the driver. Not the best warm-up for such an important fight, but that's Chisora for you.
You don't tell me no reason for that.
Here at BoxingBytes, we can see this going one of two ways. Either Chisora will come out fast and catch Joyce with one of those overhand rights, or Joyce's sheer power and physicality will wear Chisora down, leading to a late stoppage. Who do you think will come out on top? Will it be the relentless juggernaut Joyce or the battle-hardened war veteran Derek Chisora? Let us know in the comments below. Jake Paul took on Mike Perry this past weekend, and what a fight it was. Paul secured a technical knockout victory in the 6th round, proving once again that he's a force to be reckoned with in the ring. Perry put up a good fight, but Paul was relentless, sealing the deal at 112 of round 6. This win sets the stage for Paul's much-anticipated bout against Mike Tyson in November. Mike Perry was seen as a formidable opponent. He had an impressive bare-knuckle boxing record of 5-0, showcasing his striking ability. His MMA record, however, was 14-8, which includes facing some high-level competition in the UFC. Despite this, Perry couldn't overcome Paul in the boxing ring. Now let's dive into the controversy surrounding Jake Paul. Is he a legitimate boxer or just playing the part? Paul's opponents have been actors, YouTube stars, and MMA fighters, often older and not pure boxers. This raises the question, are these fights real tests of his boxing ability? Consider this. Paul missed weight for the fight, hitting the mark at the 2nd attempt, which is unprofessional for someone claiming to be a serious boxer.
Yes. .6. 196.6 for Mr. Mike Perry.
However, you can't deny the buzz he brings to the sport. Jake Paul attracts new fans who might not have watched boxing otherwise, potentially growing the sport. But there's a flip side. Many smaller boxers struggle to get the fights they deserve and don't earn nearly as much as Paul. Is this fair to the sport and to those fighters who dedicate their lives to it? And what about his next fight against Mike Tyson? Should a 58-year-old get back in the ring? Is this a real fight or more of a spectacle? So many questions surround Jake Paul, but ultimately, he's bringing money and attention to boxing for better or worse. Whatever you say about Jake Paul, he keeps winning in the ring. His only loss came against Tommy Fury, and many believe that fight was closer than the scorecard suggested. Paul continues to defy expectations and build his reputation in the boxing world. At the end of the fight, in his post-fight interview, Jake Paul boldly claimed that he was running boxing. This statement upset many ex-pros and current fighters. One of the most vocal critics was Tony Bellew. Bellew, a former cruiserweight world champion, tweeted that despite being a 41-year-old fat lump of lard, he could still beat Jake Paul. So, what do you think? Would you like to see a Tony Bellew versus Jake Paul fight after the Mike Tyson bout? Put your comments below. Over the weekend, Nathan Heaney faced Brad Pauls at the Resorts World Arena in Birmingham for the British middleweight title. In a dramatic and fiercely contested bout, Brad Pauls emerged victorious with a 12th-round stoppage. Heaney started strong, controlling the early rounds, but Pauls turned the tide by dropping Heaney in the 4th round. The fight continued with intense back-and-forth action until Pauls secured a technical knockout in the final round. This fight was a rematch of their March bout, which ended in a draw. Following his victory, Pauls has expressed interest in a third fight, setting up an exciting trilogy for the British Championship. This rivalry is turning into a notable domestic battle, capturing the attention of boxing fans across the country. In an interview after the fight, a devastated Nathan Heaney expressed his disappointment over the loss, highlighting the emotional toll of coming so close to victory only to be stopped in the final moments.
Yeah, gutted with the loss, to be honest. I think people enjoyed it because it was a good fight. It was just going into the last 2 rounds. Steve said, "You've got to win these 2 rounds. If you win these 2 rounds, you'll be okay." I was like, okay. So I think I won the 11th round. I felt good. And then the 12th round, I knew I went down. I didn't realise I got stopped. So I was like, fuck, Steve, you got stopped. I was like, fuck. I thought I got up at 8, but that's just, your brain's a bit delusional when you get put in your arse like that. But no, obviously I've become a British champion in the past. Obviously I lost the title tonight. Absolutely gutted.
This Saturday, July 27th, at the O2 Arena in London, Moses Itauma will face seasoned veteran Mariusz Wach on the undercard of the Joyce vs Derek Chisora event. Itauma, an undefeated heavyweight prospect with a record of 9-0-7 KOs, is taking a significant step up in competition against Wach, who has a record of 38-10-20 KOs. For Itauma, this fight represents a critical test of his skills and potential. Wach, known for his incredible durability and experience, has faced some of the biggest names in the heavyweight division. Despite recent losses, Wach remains a formidable opponent who can pose real challenges to rising stars. Itauma has been linked as the next Mike Tyson and aims to win a world title even earlier than Tyson did. With his fast hands, agility and knockout power, Itauma is quickly becoming a prominent figure in heavyweight boxing. At 20 years old, Itauma is on a fast track to try and break Tyson's record, and his performance against Wach will be closely watched to gauge his readiness for higher levels of competition. Alright, it's time for Quickfire news. In last week's episode, we discussed the claims made by 258 management about Daniel Dubois not registering for the VADA program ahead of his fight with Anthony Joshua. This week, Frank Warren shot down those claims, calling them disrespectful and unprofessional. Warren asserted that Dubois has done nothing wrong, highlighting his clean record in many championship fights. He also confirmed that Dubois is already signed up for the VADA program.
I don't deal with VADA. I don't deal with that. You think I'll sit at my desk phoning up VADA and sorting all that stuff out? Do you think that's what I've got time to do? It's a pretty stupid question you're asking. He's enrolled. End of story. Don't ask me any more questions about it. It's ridiculous what you are saying. It's stupid. You're supposed to be responsible what you're saying. All you're doing, you're trying to create something out of nothing. And it's wrong. What you're doing is wrong.
Amanda Serrano continues to dominate, winning by TKO in the second round against Stevie Morgan. Serrano's impressive performance further cements her position as one of the top female fighters in the world. Jaime Munguia has made a significant move by leaving Golden Boy Promotions to join Top Rank. This strategic decision is aimed at securing a rematch with Canelo Alvarez. Munguia faced Canelo on May 4th, 2024 and lost by unanimous decision. By joining Top Rank, Munguia hopes to enhance his opportunities and position himself for another shot at Canelo's titles. In a recent interview, Munguia expressed his determination, saying, "I'm coming for Canelo's belts." Gervonta Tank Davis recently reached out to Vasiliy Lomachenko's team for a fight, but Lomachenko declined, leading to accusations that he is avoiding the bout. Interestingly, Lomachenko has previously offered fights to Davis, which were turned down. There are also rumors that Lomachenko is contemplating retirement, which would be a significant loss to the sport, given his status as a pound-for-pound great. And now, let's dive into the rumor mill. Rumours are swirling about Frank Warren's potential move from TNT Sports, formerly BT Sports, to DAZN. Warren has been with TNT Sports for approximately 6 to 8 years, and his current contract has 1 year left. If this move happens, it could centralize a significant number of boxing promotions on one platform, making it easier to arrange various high-profile matches.
We have a contract and a relationship with TNT, was BT, TNT, and we have a great relationship, working relationship, and that continues.
In a recent interview, Warren refused to confirm the move, stating, "You just have to wait and see, but the signs suggest that this transition is likely." This potential shift would bring Warren's stable of fighters to DAZN, which already hosts Eddie Hearn's Matchroom Boxing and Golden Boy promotions for some US fights. Such a move would keep the competition between promoters alive while potentially making it easier for fans to follow the sport in one place. Rumours are circulating about Canelo Alvarez's next opponent, and it looks like his mandatory challenger, Edgar Berlanga, is the frontrunner. Initially, there was speculation that Canelo might face Chris Eubank Jr., but it seems commercial reasons have tilted the scales in favour of Berlanga. A fight between Canelo and Berlanga would revive the historic Mexico versus Puerto Rico rivalry, making it a significant draw for Mexican Independence Weekend in September. That's a wrap for this week's Boxing Bites Weekly. Thanks for tuning in, and remember to hit that subscribe button for your weekly dose of boxing news. Keep your guard up and your punches sharp. See you next time.